I'm gonna give it to y'all very simple and straight. The other day during a meditation, it finally arrived to me. This whole journey of healing, unfoldment, and evolution into the higher self, the ascending path, has always been a self-initiated journey and a desire to become better than anything I ever was before. Especially recognizing that I was doing myself in and putting myself in lower than what I would normally be states. For example, those who continuously eat themselves into obesity, those who continuously lean on substances for mental and emotional salvation and end up mentally dependent and enslaved to fucking drugs and shit. Everything, porn, pleasure, all that other shit, everything except for what I really respected, right? All the results and the successes that I truly respected, right? It was about realizing in order to do this, it wasn't about seeking anybody's approval. This is not about anybody's approval, and I'm trying to give you the understanding that you should seek the approval of your higher self. You should seek the approval of your soul. Don't seek the approval of people. Don't think, oh, I'm gonna get some muscles and I'm gonna get some, praise from people. Like, people, they're gonna do it because it's praiseworthy. Being fat and sloppy is not praiseworthy, and that's just not okay. And I'm gonna talk about this in another video. Like, come on, being on drugs and being dependent on bullshit. Like, if your little cousin came in the room, right? Your 9-year-old little cousin came in the room with a Newport and a Colt 45. You feel me? You're gonna be like, hey, Jimmy, oh, he's smoking his first cigarette. Oh, he's drinking his first fucking malt liquor. No, you're gonna be fucking pissed off, afraid, and you're probably gonna wanna slap the shit out of him to make sure he never does it again, right? So it's really about doing things that are actually warranting approval, but not doing it for the approval of others, but to be approved in your own eyes so that your self-esteem could be actually intact. People keep going to other things, destroying their own self-esteem, and then wondering why they feel like shit and look like shit and their whole life is in a dismal fucking rut of I don't even know what, right? So what we need to get you to understand is that your happiness, your success, your wellness, your true peace of mind is on the other side of doing everything that your conscience is telling you to do, right? So bottom line, in the meditation, what came to me in a simple, quiet of a whisper of a sentence was, self-improvement leads to self-approvement or approval. So the more we improve ourselves, the more we approve of ourselves. But the more you go against yourself and you disprove yourself consistently, right? You say, hey, I'm this awesome individual, and then you do some shit counterintuitive to that and totally opposite, right? So you disprove that theory of you being awesome, right? So you're not integritous, you don't keep your word. You consistently improve yourself, therefore you will begin to approve of yourself. And in that consistent self-improvement and then becoming more approving of yourself, you're naturally gonna radiate more positive energy. I'm not talking about some abstract bullshit. I'm talking about down to the way you think and the way you vibrate as a being. You know what I mean? Like, y'all keep talking about vibes and shit, and y'all don't really understand the implications of the words you're saying. And I'm starting to think that most people are just robots regurgitating and reciprocating and just saying words that they didn't have any other better words to say in contrast to what was said. You see what I'm saying? So, bottom line, if you ever want to truly feel good in your heart, like I'm talking about right here, because every time you do that blunt, every time you light up, I know you looking at yourself like a bitch. You know what I mean? Because you don't really want to be there. I have a whole bunch of people around me that try to explain their way about using substances, but if you ask them, do they truly want to do it? The answer is no. And if they could quit, in their own mind, they always can, because all excuses are lies, right? So if they had the self-love enough to quit, what would happen is they would be happier. I would never wish substance abuse or substance dependency or addiction, right? Let's stop making it all intellectual. I would never wish addiction on anybody, right? Especially knowing where I was and knowing where I'm at. I would never wish that, even in the slightest. So it could be crack, it could be heroin, it could be a cigarette, it could be alcohol, it could be porn. I don't give a fuck. If you can't direct yourself as a human being with free will, you're going to feel like less of a being. You're gonna feel less human. at the end of the day, most people can't put their finger on it articulately, and that's why I'm here as a coach, to give you the perspective to be like, damn, like, that's exactly what I've been feeling and knowing to be true, but I've been confused this whole time as to how to get clarity. Exactly. So what's the solution? Evolution. What is evolution besides self-improvement? The more you improve yourself, the more you approve of yourself, and it's not about seeking other people's approval. Bro, I wanted to be fucking jacked. I wanted to have muscles. I wanted to be strong. I was tired of being little, tired of feeling like niggas is out here throwing their energy at me, all types of funny. Like, I'm more equipped to slap the shit out of a lot more niggas than I ever was before. And I'm gonna keep it gangster because I gotta keep it gangster. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think this shit is about, oh, look at me, look at me. No, those are the people that are externally motivated. I said it in the spiritual vehicle video. It's about intrinsic motivation. I'm motivated by myself about what I like and what I consider a win. I don't care about what they think is a win because they're losing and they're not doing the things that they truly want to do within, and they're not improving in the areas that they know they need to improve in, and they continuously avoid doing the work, right? So they end up being losers. Once you stop doing that and you start doing the work and stop trying to see it as like, oh, this is about physical exercise and doing jumping jacks and looking cute. Nobody gives a fuck. Who's gonna be motivated enough to do all of this like self-work, this deep work, just to prove it to everybody else? That's why most people quit. Most people quit on their journey because truly they're motivated by insecurity, like a deep deficiency, and they're looking for other people's approval on some level. But then that's not a good baseline of motivation. The best baseline of motivation is self-improvement. It's making yourself a better person, a better human, a better being. You see what I'm saying? Because by doing that, your life just naturally gets better. Because what is your life without you? Right. So get stronger, stop being weak, and put down the drug, put down the excuses. The excuses are all lies. You can definitely do it. And it's not that you don't want to do better, it's that you just keep choosing to do lesser. You see what I'm saying? And you choose to do these lesser things because they're apparently giving you a gratification. But in that gratification, you end up losing more than you ever thought you were going to gain because you're not doing the work that's necessary. You see what I'm saying? You're only going to these pleasure-seeking things to comfort the pain that comes from procrastinating and wasting your potential and your magic in this life. And you can never let society make you a liar. Please don't ever let them do that. You feel me? Like for real. For real. I gotta make sure that this thing doesn't do that out of focus bullshit. I love y'all so much. Consider the vibrations raised. Take these messages and implement them into your life. Self-approval. Self-approval. Through self-improvement. The more you improve yourself, the more you approve of yourself. And it's just like that, motherfucker. Consider the vibrations raised. Self-mastery is the only success. Evolution is the only solution. Stop being one of these guessing ass individuals. Stop walking around with problems, attracting to yourself negative attention. If motherfuckers is trying to help you get the solution, you need to want the motherfucking solution. If you walk around talking about you got problems and you in that lesser state and then you just become a selfish, like, come on, bro. Let's get real. Y'all talking about evolution, you talking about revolutions, you talking about expanding the consciousness, you talking about really growing the group and the community and the species. Like, come on, bro. You need to do better because you a part of us. And the worse off that you are, the worse off we all are. You feel me? So you need to make yourself better, not just for yourself, but for everybody else. But do it from the bottom of your heart, from the love of your heart, to make yourself a better individual. And it's simple as that. Your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised. I love y'all. Hop on the motherfucking program. How many times do I gotta tell you, man? Everybody in this world wants to be that, you feel me? So choose to be that instead of being whatever you choosing to be that's not exactly what you want to be. I love you.